Who won the Cold War? Have you ever wondered who emerged victorious in the Cold War? This question takes us back to a time filled with tension and conflict, especially during the 1950s. The Cold War was a long period of political and military rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, lasting from the late 1940s until the late 1980s. To understand who won, we need to look closely at the events of the 1950s, particularly the Korean War and the broader fight against communism. In the early 1950s, the Korean War became the first major conflict of the Cold War. This war started when North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union and China, invaded South Korea in June 1950. The United States quickly stepped in, leading United Nations forces to defend South Korea. The war lasted until July 1953 and ended in a stalemate, with the Korean peninsula still divided along the 38th parallel. While the conflict did not result in a clear victory, it showed the United States' determination to contain communism and prevent its spread. During this decade, the United States viewed itself as a protector of freedom and democracy. The American public was influenced by anti-communist sentiments, largely fueled by figures like Senator Joseph McCarthy. The fear of communism was palpable, and many believed that the United States was engaged in a battle of ideologies. The U.S. was seen as standing firm against what was often described as a threat to American values. The arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union also intensified during the 1950s. The U.S. developed advanced military technology and nuclear weapons to maintain its military edge. The launch of the first nuclear submarine and the expansion of conventional forces were key developments in this race. The American government aimed to deter Soviet aggression and reassure its citizens of their safety. From the perspective of the 1950s, the United States was engaged in a vital struggle against communism. The resolve shown in Korea and the military buildup were seen as essential steps in defending American ideals. While the Cold War continued for several more decades, the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s is often viewed as a victory for the United States and its allies. This outcome confirmed the effectiveness of the containment strategy that began in the early years of the Cold War. So, who won the Cold War? From the viewpoint of the 1950s, it was the United States that upheld its ideals and ultimately contributed to the fall of the Soviet communist system. The events of that decade laid the groundwork for what would come next in this lengthy conflict.